the 6th of July. I've come down to the plot.
July, would you believe it?
To check on yesterday's, or to check what damage we might have got from yesterday's gale force winds. I'm sure we'll have had a little bit of damage, but we'll now have a look around and see what it actually did. And we sort of had a bit of a guess of what damage we might have. What usually happens is our sweet corn is sort of bent over.
We did expect the sweet corn to have.
Yeah, we did expect that, but I suppose
didn't we?
it's quite sturdy looking this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
So as you can see, it stood up to the battering extremely well. Even those bits you put in that had
Well,
broken.
what had happened, we think something had sort of, some
Stepped on
animal had
them.
walked through and stepped on them, and there were 3 right in the middle that were bent over. But looking at them, the stems weren't broken. So I put some sticks in and tied them to the sticks just to see what happened, and they seem to have recovered, don't they?
Yep. We expected the enviromesh might be blown off the brassicas. And as we expected, it was. But everything looks alright. I think stuff hasn't been badly damaged by pigeons. There's
Although
one
it's possible
brassica down
that
here that we think had
could have had a bit of pigeon damage and a bit of slug damage, couldn't it?
I think it's
bit of a mixture.
mostly slug damage.
Don't think slugs would have got the ends like that. That piece there looks like pigeon damage to me.
Possibly. Still think most of it's slugs, but never mind. Some of them have sort of blown in the wind, haven't they? But I think they'd have probably done that anyway, even under the
Right in the
environment
middle,
mesh.
actually.
Yeah, strange where they
Yeah.
get got in
It's
there.
a cabbage that's sort of
Right.
leaning over, but its roots
One
still
over
in.
there, yeah.
So hopefully it'll continue growing.
Plan is we'll cover these over before we leave. Hopefully they'll be
Unfortunately,
alright.
it's been a bit windy for cabbage white butterflies
Yeah.
to be on the
Yeah.
move.
Onions I thought might be sort of turned over.
They look
Bent.
good, don't they, the onions?
They've survived and they look pretty well to me, yeah.
That lot of onions look good anyway.
Yeah.
The other ones aren't quite
Yeah.
as good, are they?
No. Trial potatoes have been blown at this end. A couple of early varieties at this end. I know one's Pentland Javelin.
No, one's Ulster Prince, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Ulster Princeton Pentland Javelin, I think. I think they're both earlies. We'll soon find out. We'll be digging them soon.
Huh.
So that was the damage at this side. Nothing else was too badly affected. We didn't even lose too many
Rhubarb,
leaves.
if you look round here, look, the rhubarb's still
Yeah, rhubarb's alright. It's been
standing.
fairly well protected there though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I thought there'd be more leaves and bits of tree down.
You can tell which way the wind blows, can't you? Because these trees, these pear trees,
All lean
Lean
that
one
way.
way.
Yep. We were concerned about our sort of cold frame, our environmesh cold frame, because
oh, it's a cold frame with enviromesh over it, isn't it?
yeah, we moved it earlier on, and this is the first time it's been really open to the full strength of
It
any
did
wind.
blow over the last time we had
It did,
some
yeah,
wind when we'd
but
only just
I
moved
did add
it.
a lot more bricks to the front to try and stop that happening, to stop it rolling over.
Fortunately, it didn't blow over, or it
Didn't
would have
blow over,
battered
and
the dahlias
The
down.
tomatoes inside look alright, don't they?
Do you think it gave the dahlias a little bit of protection?
I'm sure it did, yeah.
There are 1 or 2 flowers for me to pick.
Yeah, there are, aren't there? Then these brassicas are fine, and it didn't manage to get rid of this bit of enviromesh that stayed in place. So pleased about that.
The bean frame's still in
The
place.
bean frame's in, but there's not a lot to that because the beans haven't started climbing
It tends to
much.
blow over if the beans have fully clothed it, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
and
Well, not blow over it, it lists a bit.
yeah, the environment on the carrots stayed in place, so that should have kept the carrot fly out.
The other sweet corn's
The-
okay as
yeah,
well.
the other sweet corn managed to survive all right, didn't it?
Yeah, again, that's got some protection, partly
Yeah.
from that shed and partly, I suppose, through those excuses for raspberries.
But looks all right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get something. Incidentally, that's our best squash plant, that one there.
It's really got going now, hasn't
Yeah.
it? And
Yeah.
it's got all this borage around it,
Yeah,
which is self-seeded. I did thin those out. There's one on flower
yeah,
even.
there's one on flower there, isn't there?
It's not so bad there because there's nothing to spoil.
What I find really odd is that squash is the last one I sowed
Yeah.
much later than all the others, and it's doing really well. We expected the Cardoon would take a bit of battering,
A bit of a battering.
and
Does every
were
year,
right.
doesn't it?
at some time every year it gets battered, but I think
You-
it normally gets past this time of year.
Well, it's usually on flower when it actually gets battered down.
Yeah, and it's not quite there yet, is it,
No.
this year? Lots of buds.
Now, whether that's because it's late, because the weather's been like it is, or
Could be.
whether the gales are early, I don't know.
Well, it was exceptional yesterday,
Mm.
but potatoes have done all right. They stood up to it.
They have, yeah. They've grown really well compared to last year when they hardly grew at all, did they?
No, it's really disappointing last year, but
Yeah.
done extremely well
You
this
just
year.
have to hope there's something underneath.
Well, yeah, there's always that. And this Cardoon's not done so bad. It's
Sheltered by
sheltered
next
by,
doors.
by a
shed,
shed
isn't it?
next door, yeah, so this is not too bad. And if you look down the row, it doesn't look too bad.
In
can-
hindsight, the Cardoons need to be in a sheltered position, don't they? But
Yeah.
we didn't know that when we planted them. We didn't even know they were going to grow this big, did we?
No, didn't really know what we were going to do with them, did we?
No. Well, we gave a piece to one of our plot neighbours and suggested they shelter theirs a little bit, which they have done.
So we're not quite sure what to do with the bits that have been smashed to bits. I think I'll finish off taking them down because they'll just make a mess. 'Cause
We might,
The grass will
might
grow
try and
through
get the
them.
flowers to come out, mightn't
yeah,
we?
put them in a big tub of water or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give
possibly.
the bees something to browse.
Yeah. And then the peas, you can see how it blew the peas a bit, but didn't actually blow them over, did it?
No. Well, these onions that aren't growing as well as the others, they're not blown, are they either?
No.
We never really understand, do we, why these
No.
onions in these beds at this side, last year they didn't grow very well either, but previous to that they've been fine, haven't they?
Yep. And then the bit of environment over the brassicas that we've nearly finished, there's just a couple of collies left.
Yeah,
That stayed on, didn't it?
it did.
So I think that's just about the damage we've got, not
Potatoes
too
over
much.
there are a little bit windswept at this end again.
Yeah, but
We'll
not
be
too
all
bad,
right.
are they? And surprisingly, very few apples got knocked off, did they?
No, I was the one who took the apples
Yeah.
off.
So I think that's it then. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye bye.